Oh.
Well, we appreciate Louise and Matt for giving us this opportunity. I'm Kenna Mathews, I'm the Executive Director for Habitat for Humanity here in Utah County. I know many of you for various hats that I've worn or wear in the city. This is Ashley Larson. She's an AmeriCorps Direct working in this program with us here at Habitat for Humanity. So I have a little presentation.
Please turn the lights out.
I guess you'll click it for me.
Yeah, hang on a second.
So next.
Hang on a sec. Let me share this. We're being broadcast real quick.
Hey, hi.
Okay.
Habitat just recently updated its mission statement, and our mission is seeking to put God's love into action. Habitat for Humanity helps lift people, fosters hope, and unites diverse groups to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities by building, renovating, and repairing homes. A little bit about Habitat for Humanity International. We were not founded by President Jimmy Carter, even though he is a great part of who we are. We're actually founded by Millard and Linda Fuller on the idea that everyone deserves a decent place to live. We've built over 600,000 homes worldwide, helping about 3 million people. A Habitat home is finished every 24 minutes. That's 60 homes a day. We're not that quick here, but there's over 2,300 affiliates worldwide, so they're kind of like McDonald's franchises. So we serve Utah County, so our service area is all of Utah County. And most of what Habitat International does is they work in states and countries hit by hurricanes and disasters and things like that. That's where they're focused on. A little bit about us here in Utah County. We were founded in 1991 by a group of people just like yourselves that were concerned about substandard housing and homelessness here in Utah County. Dave Dominguez, the law professor at BYU, some of you may know him. He was one of our founding members. And we just celebrated our 22nd birthday in December. And we are an independent affiliate. So we raise all of our money locally. All our board of directors we have our own boards of directors, everything. We just follow an affiliation agreement, an affiliate covenant. So we look a lot like the affiliate in Mississippi and the one in Salt Lake, but we are have a lot of local autonomy. In that time frame, we've built 53 homes, serving 88 adults and over 163 children. We're currently finishing a home in Springville and one in Pleasant Grove, and we are having a great project in the Temp neighborhood. We're restoring and renovating the old George Taylor Jr. home. Hopefully we'll be getting onto that even more in the next little while. Also, Habitat recently expanded its mission in the last couple of years to include revitalization activities, and that's why we are here today, is to talk about some of the revitalization, critical home repair programs we've done. So in that 2 years, we've done a number of critical home repair and home preservation projects within the county. And one of the great things is we partnered with Provo City and some other entities to build the South Franklin Community Center in Michael's neighborhood, and that was a really fun project that we just completed this past summer. It took a little longer than we wanted it to, but it's built, so it stays up, so that was good. We serve Utah County residents. They need to live and work in Utah County. They have to be employed or have a stable income source. A lot of people think that we give our homes away. We don't. It's a hand up, not a handout. Our families have to work for what they have. Their payments are then used to help other families in the community. We serve very low income. Our housing program, we serve people that make 25 to 60% of their median income. For critical home repair, neighborhood revitalization projects, they're 0 to 80%. And they need to be living in some kind of substandard situation. So that can be overcrowding, bad apartment, paying more than 36% of their income towards housing. We consider that substandard. So that's just a little bit about us, just to give you some background. We have some other programs. We're going to talk a lot about our neighborhood revitalization initiative in just a moment. We also have 2 restores. Who's been to our restore? Most of you know what it is. So it's like a DI Home Depot, donation-driven home improvement store. We tried to stay in Provo, but we couldn't find a location. But we are looking again, so we may be back in Provo. But currently we're in Orem and Spanish Fork. And we also do a countywide home maintenance course for people that are moving into homes. So if you have someone that has no idea what they're doing with home maintenance, send them our way. It's a great course that we have. We also do a tool lending library, and Provo City was great in helping us get this started, where it's just like a book library. People can come out to our store in Orem, get a tool that they need, and take that home and use it, and then bring it back. We do some recycling. We also do a pride ownership program. One of my main goals is us to be good members of our community, not bad members. So we give awards to our families who maintain their properties. And then we're also very much involved in the Utah Valley Circles initiative. This is an initiative to eradicate poverty here in Utah County. So a little bit about what we have to offer you is neighborhood chairs in Provo City. First of all, we do some purchase rehabilitation. So one of the things is we've started to renovate. That's why we're doing the George Taylor home, where we purchase old properties, we renovate them, and we sell them to our qualified partner families. So if you have any homes in your neighborhood that you think should be purchased, get a homeowner in, please let us know about those homes, because we are always looking for more properties. Or if you have vacant land or funny little pieces of property. We did a project with Matt a few years ago on 3rd South, about 6th East. It's called Brimhall Estates, where we renovated a piece of property. We call it the greenhouse project. The old greenhouse, it's not green anymore. And then we built 2 homes on the back property. And we're always looking for projects like that within neighborhoods as well. The other thing is we're in the process of working with Salt Lake County on a Green Healthy Homes initiative. This would be so that we can do more for families that are in need of renovation in their homes. So it's taking a full home approach, and we're in the process of bringing that to our county here, and a whole bunch of agencies will be involved with that. So we'll keep everyone posted. That's still kind of in the planning stages. We do offer, we're still in the process of figuring out how this is going to work, but we have critical home repair grants and loans in Utah County and in Provo City. So we offer loans and grants up to $5,000. This can, and special emphasis is given to the elderly and veteran homeowners. But these can be used to repair critical damage to the home, eliminate immediate hazards to health, safety, and sanitation. We've done a lot of roofs, ramps, helping things be more accessible. Also beautification activities such as painting, fence repair, porch repair, things like that. Yes?
Will you be doing something like Paint Your Heart Out?
Yes, and that's going to be on another slide. So, so those are that's our critical home repair project. We've been doing that in the county for the last couple of years. We've done about 12 projects right now. Hopefully to get that going in the city. We do have some funding for Provo City. We'll also be looking at some of that in Orem City as well. In the future. These are programs, so these are programs that are available in the CDBG eligible neighborhoods in Provo. So if you're in the CDBG eligible neighborhoods, these are some of the things that we can help you with. We recently got the contract with Provo Redevelopment to work with you neighborhood chairs in those neighborhoods. And these are some of the things that we can do. One of the things is we're encouraging all neighborhood chairs in the CDBG eligible neighborhoods to take the healthy neighborhood training, and we're in the process of setting that up. So we will get that information out to you. This is a course on how to create a healthy neighborhood, do some visioning, doing some mission planning, things like that, doing block by block projects, things like that. We're able to assist neighborhoods with visioning and planning. We're in the process of putting a mobile tool library together. So this would be a tool library we bring to neighborhoods, and I think depending on how popular it is, we may be able to bring that to other neighborhoods, not just CDBG eligible. We'll figure that out.
Could you be a little more specific, sorry, about that tool library? Are you talking just hand tools, or have you got power tools?
Usually we'll put, in our library, in our store, we have power tools. We have lawnmowers. We try not to put too many unsafe tools. Like, we do have a chainsaw, but I don't know if we'll be putting a nail gun in the mobile tool library. But these will be tools that are needed mostly for landscaping, minimal repair to homes, things like that. So the goal is to bring these out to neighborhoods. If you're doing a neighborhood cleanup, we could bring that out to your neighborhood. Or do even a block by block approach in the neighborhood. So if you have a bad street in your neighborhood, let us know. We can bring it out for the weekend and need help with that. Yes?
Are you looking for donations to your tool library? To me, that seems like something that a lot of people probably aren't aware of, and as people get older or changed and they condominialize from a home, that you could be the recipient of lots of tools to really build that library.
Yeah, we have done that in our Orem store. So when people bring tools in for the restore, we look and see if we can add those to the tool library. So that's a great point.
Have you checked with like DI or someplace like that, or Savers, to
We
have
haven't,
them
and
give you
that's a
their
great
tools
idea.
too?
I'll have Ashley write that down. That's a great idea. So, we also can offer financial, in-kind, and volunteer support for neighborhood programs and initiatives. We have some national partnerships with like Valspar Paint, where we can get free paint, and depending on income and things like that. Some free appliances. There's some other opportunities as well. And we're hoping to encourage like police and block picnics. In my former life, years and years ago, we did police picnics in the neighborhoods, and that was really good. We're working with community policing right now to get those set back up. Paint, like Dave said, paint and plant your heart out kind of activities. Sidewalk replacement and repair, pocket parks, mobile watch, and other safety programs, and neighborhood cleanups, etc. These are just some of the projects we've done. This is the George Taylor home that we're working on right now. This is the project on 3rd South, so that was green, now it's not. We renovated that house. This is Norma Gonzalez, she lives in Spanish Fork, and we were able to redo her roof, do some painting on her home, that kind of thing. And then this is Norma, she lives in Payson. She had a stroke and could not leave her trailer, her mobile home, for about 4 months because she didn't have a ramp. So we were able to put a ramp on her property. Actually give her a new refrigerator because it was out, and now she can go to her mailbox. She can go 4 blocks to her son's house, and she can get out of her home because of just a very, minimal ramp. And the nice thing about Habitat is we're very volunteer driven. About 85 to 90% of our projects are volunteer done. We even built the community center with volunteers, and so we're able to do more in our projects because of that volunteer labor. So I think that is it. That's just some contact information, and Ashley handed out some information to you. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
I have a neighbor who is a veteran of World War II, Korea, Vietnam. Obviously he's old. Their house went in foreclosure. One of his grandsons bought it out and just told him that they could live there. But the grandson doesn't have enough money to change his roof, and his roof is caving in. Can you help with anything like that?
We can. Home Depot has a great program. It's a community program that we can do with veterans. We would have to apply through Home Depot, but that's something we could probably do.
How do we know, or can we get on a list to know when you're having a project like building that ramp, and then we become a volunteer?
Yes.
How do you do that?
So we have build days 4 days a week, and on our website we have all of our opportunities listed.
How far in advance?
Usually just depends. We have a lot of corporate groups during the week, but Saturdays are usually for individuals.
So just go to that, just check that.
Check that
see.
site.
Okay.
But we really encourage neighborhood chairs that we reach out to attend this healthy neighborhood training. I think this is going to be something good. I know some of you might have already been through that. I think Catherine's been through it, but what we were told, we don't know. But we really will get that out and hopefully get that going with here in the next month.
Do you have dates for that?
Not yet. We just got the information yesterday. So.
Maybe we save your slideshow so that we can send that out to neighborhood.
Yes, please do.
Already.
So, well, thank you. We're excited. I'm excited, and we're excited to work in Provo City again and work in the downtown neighborhoods and revitalization and that kind of thing. Yep.
I just wanted to give a plug for Habitat for Humanity. I had the opportunity of working with them. I'm in the South Franklin neighborhood, and we worked on the community center, and it really worked well. She was very responsive. We were able to get a lot done. I found it interesting that there were a number of people from even out of state back to help on the building. They've been in the neighborhood, they've been in Provo, they heard about it, they were here, and they volunteered to come out. So it's really quite good, and you get an opportunity to work with a lot of those within the community. And we had good representation, not only from the LDS Church, from different wards in the area, But a lot of the organizations, even the police were out there. They provided help. There was a lot of groups that came in, and I thought it was very well done.
Well, thank you.
It was during the difficult time during that cold.
Yeah, I was out there in about
Yeah, it
6-degree weather. That was
yeah,
not
it was
fun.
pretty
But that was
tough.
BYU students. We thought we were okay. So. Thank you. Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Let's see, I can see your
It's right off of 700. Yes. I'd say 700 south. Right below the track. Right below the tracks. Talk away.
My name is Melissa McNally. I'm with the Provo City Rehabilitation Agency, so we're just downstairs from here. And I want to thank the legal counselor for letting me come today and talk to you about some of our programs that you might be interested in. So I wanted to talk about programs that we have.
Movie's life.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to tell you about some programs that we have. Some that we have are citywide, and some are neighborhood specific based on CDBG eligibility. The first is our homeowner rehab, which is a program that's kind of under construction right now. Our home administrator is working out the fine points of how that program is going to work, but we anticipate that being available for Provo residents citywide. And then, do you want to go to the next one? Then we have our Home Purchase Plus is our down payment assistance program that we have available for all of Provo. It is 0% deferred payment loans, and they're given based on a need up to $10,000 for down payment assistance. And this is just since 2007, we've made about 309 down payment assistance loans, and this just reflects which neighborhoods those were in. Some of the neighborhoods that have more are those pioneer neighborhoods, because a few years ago it was specifically for pioneer neighborhoods to try and encourage homeownership there, and we have in the last few years changed the program, so it's available for all of Provo. Go ahead to the next slide. And then next we have our emergency repair grants. It's a grant up to $5,000, and it's for owner-occupied houses for persons who are 60 or older, like it says on Social Security or active duty of the military. And it must be an emergency to the home that is not covered by your homeowner insurance policy. And then I just wanted to talk about our other programs that are specific to CDBG eligible neighborhoods, and this is a list of those eligible neighborhoods. If you're interested in seeing maps of that, I do have maps, because there are a few neighborhoods that are kind of split, where part of the neighborhood is CDBG eligible, part is not, and that is determined by, those numbers come to us from the federal government, and it's based on our the last 2010 census. And that's where we get our numbers to determine which neighborhoods are CDBG eligible, and those are the ones that we can use certain programs in. And so those programs that Kenna talked about are neighborhood revitalization, and these are parts of that are neighborhood cleanup. This is a picture of a Mazer neighborhood cleanup that we did in the fall of 2012, kind of before and after. And then go ahead to the next one. Then we have our Paint Your Heart Out. This again was in the Mazer neighborhood. This is the neighborhood revitalization. I love the program. It is neighborhood driven, and it's great to go out there on those weekends when the neighborhoods come together and just see neighbors helping neighbors. I think that's that has been one of the favorite parts of my job, just going in and seeing that and being a part of that. The next one. And then we have a Brush of Kindness, and this is just for low-income homeowners that might need a little bit of repair done if they maybe have some porch steps that need to be repaired or just minor repairs to their home. We have this available to them. And then I'm going to go to the next one, and this is the residential facade, and this is for things that maybe homeowners need done to their home that are a little bit bigger than just maybe some porch work. It includes like roof repairs or window replacement, things like that.
What about sidewalks? Some of them are very dangerous.
We have separate funding we have had separate funding for sidewalks that includes curb and gutter. We just did that when we did our Mazer neighborhood project. Last spring, we included the sidewalk replacement. It just depends on the funding and what the neighborhood determines are the greatest needs at that time.
So it has to be on that list you just showed, the neighborhood.
Yes. And in the past, we have done and are in the process of placing current neighborhood gateway signs. The pioneer neighborhoods were able to get these signs. Unfortunately, Dixon is no longer in a CDBG eligible neighborhood, but we're in the process of putting second signs in some of these other neighborhoods.
You put in neighborhood parts, only portion.
As long as it's in that portion that is CDBG eligible.
I put in a request for this, I think, last year, Louise? Do I need to redo it, or am I on a list?
As long as the neighborhoods sign off that they don't want them, then we will do that.
Okay, I think some of them have.
Okay.
So there may be.
Because I know you said Tim had, said that they did.
And Leo did want another sign, did you, Lou?
You
I thought that
you
they- I
called
thought
me and
you
asked for my
determined it.
second location.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
just have.
Leo's the only one that we've heard from that does want the second one with education.
Alright, so maybe there's another.
I didn't know there was an option not to have it.
Well, there seemed to be.
The email said, you get a second sign, where do you want it?
Right,
So I
right.
didn't know there was an option not to have
And
it.
there's, well, based on the interest or lack of interest from the neighborhoods, if the neighborhoods really don't want that second sign, then we're happy to open it up to other CDBG eligible neighborhoods that maybe do want some kind of.
I just need 8 of them down on one end of my neighborhood. That's all I care.
What other requirements, what do we have to do to request signs?
You can send me an email and I'll put you on the list.
Is this one of the mostly guarded secrets? Because this is the first time I've heard about this.
No.
No, this was just done for the pioneer.
Pioneer
Right.
neighborhoods.
Right, it was just done.
They're quite expensive. And so if other neighborhoods were gonna do it, we'd have to figure out a
And
way
Provo
to
is
get
not a
money.
pioneer neighborhood?
No.
I thought it was.
Does it have to be CDBG eligible?
It does have to be CDBG eligible.
Yeah, and we are CDBG eligible. That's why I just wondered. I didn't know that this program exists.
You mentioned that Dixon is no longer CDB eligible. I think you said unfortunately, but I would say that's a great development.
It is a great thing. It is a great thing. You're right.
But you're not gonna rip their sign out.
I don't want it.
I'm Dixon Neighborhood Chair, and this is the first time I've officially heard anyone tell me that we are no longer CDBG eligible.
Okay.
Which, anyway, I'd love to I'm glad that I've heard, and I'd love to see why. I'm surprised looking at that list. I'm really surprised. So I'd love to see how that happened.
It's based on the census. We get those data from the federal government.
I'd love to see those numbers.
And it's
They're
based on
baffles.
their. If you want to see me after, and I'll get your email and see if I can send
That'd be
you
great.
that.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions on the?
What is
It stands for Community Development Block Grant, and it is federal funding from Housing of Urban Development.
And is it based on your same census, but it must be on income or something?
Right.
There would appear to be some overlap, and that's not bad. It would appear that if you wanted to paint your car out or get a home renovation loan, that I could come to you, or maybe I could go to Kenna.
Kenna is running the program, and it is with CDBG funding. So as long as she's using the CDBG dollars, she is restricted to CDBG eligible.
Okay, so the apparent overlap is really a cooperative effort.
Yeah.
And I will add to that, if you're doing a matching grant in your neighborhood and it's a paint your heart out, we'll work with Kenna. So whether it's CDBG monies or a matching grant, we'll still work with Kenna to make it happen. Okay?
And then the last slide is just that we have funding for the, and kind of brought this up already. Habitat is doing the mobile school lending library, and they're getting ready, and they're putting that together. So hopefully that will be ready in the very near future to be used in our neighborhoods.
One thing about that, we are sending a survey to the neighborhood chairs here probably in the next week, asking you what kind of tools you think we need in that library. So that will be coming out to the chairs in the next week or so.
On that library, is that the kind of thing where they bring the trailer and you do like a little neighborhood cleanup thing, or is it for I'm fixing my house and you're just going to bring me a hammer?
I'm a neighborhood, it would be neighborhood.
Big things. Okay, great.
Is it something where I have to be CDBG to participate? Same question with the, you talked about homeowner, teaching people how to fix their own homes. Maintenance. Are those things something that I could just send my neighbors, you don't have a clue, she can teach you? Or do they have to be CDBG or low income or?
The home maintenance class, it's held every month at our store in Orem, and it's for anyone. Yeah, so it's the last Wednesday of the month at 6:30, and there's 5 classes as part of it. And then at the end of that, you get a home maintenance manual if you attend all 5 classes.
And as far as the tool library, it does need to be used by a majority of low-income persons. And
So otherwise go to Team Friendship.
or Habitat's children library.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions? Okay, I do have some pamphlets if any of you are interested or know anyone that is looking to purchase in Provo. I have some available. I have business cards also, and some CDBG neighborhood maps if you would like one of those. I have them, so you can see the answer.
So if somebody's just thinking of buying in Provo, that's a program that could be considered by them. They don't have to technically be resident.
No, they do not. If they're, as long as they're, it is an income contingent plan,
Sure.
so as long as they fall within.